Good morning, everybody. We are going to talk about chapter 4, uh, which is entitled as Teaching Language as Communication Among People. So, we are going to learn how to teach language as communication among people. So we are not teaching language as the structure of language, including phonology, grammar, vocabulary, and syntax. Rather, we are going to learn how to teach language to communicate, how to help people and encourage them to use language to communicate, right? So there are certain questions given at the beginning of the chapter which are very important for you, including question number 1: what is the main goal of communication classroom? How do EFL and ESL teachers provide opportunities for students to communicate in English? What makes people what makes classroom communicative? What roles are native and non-native English speaking ESL EFL expected to play? Right? Okay. Then what problems do some EFL ESL teachers face when teaching English as communication among people? So we are moving to what is the goal of communicative classroom. So take into account that, reconsider the fact that we have communicative classroom. So communicative classroom, what does it mean? Okay, the primary goal of communicative classroom is that student development of communicative competence. So in order for communicative classroom to take place, learners and students should develop communicative competence. So what is meant by competence and what is meant by communicate? Okay, at basic level, this includes development of student ability to comprehend and promote written and spoken English in communicatively proficient and accurate ways. إذا هذا تعريف ال communicative competence very important. Take into mind, you may face this in the exam. It is what? It is the development of student ability. So students should be what? Should be able to comprehend language and produce language in social act and social context. يعني قدرتهم على استخدام اللغة في الصياغات الاجتماعية. For instance, you can use language in market. You may use language in restaurant. You may use language in shopping and airport. And there are many situations المواقف you can use language. Okay. يعني by whom the concept of communicative competence was introduced or is introduced? It was introduced by Delheims, Michael Cannell, and Merrill Swain. Okay, especially Sandra Savinan. Communicative competence has 4 interrelated components. إذا نجي أنواعها. What are the types of communicative competence? It is grammatical, discourse, socio-cultural, strategic competence. Now, to have grammatical competence means what? To be able to recognize sentence level grammatical form. So grammatical competence is concerned with what? With your ability to use grammar such as lexical item, vocabulary words, morphological items. You may have studied with Mr. Jaffer an introduction to grammar by Staggerberg. Morphological items, smallest units of meaning such as RE يعني المورفيم هي الار هي الإضافات وإلى آخره. meaning again remind. syntactic features الخصائص التركيبية النحوية اللي هي word order phonological feature و consonant sound intonation and other aspects. إذن grammatical means what grammar. Okay, we have also grammar, discourse competence, which refers to the ability to interconnect series of features written or spoken to form يعني القدرة على ربط الجمل لتكوين نص أو paragraph. So we link sentences together to produce meaningful text لكتابة النص، يعني ربط الجمل لكتابة النص. For instance, letter, email, essay, telephone conversation, formal speech or jokes. This includes being able to use both top-down knowledge based on experience and context and bottom-down knowledge. Top-down knowledge means what? Starting from the higher level to the inner or lower level. الtop-down من النص إلى الأحرف، يعني نحلل النص، نبدأ من مستوى النص، نبو الجمل، نبو الكلمات، نبو الأحرف. البوتم داون من الأسفل إلى الأعلى اللي هي من الأحرف، مقاطع، كلمات، جمل، هنوب بالإجرافات. إذا واحدة عكس الثانية. Okay, knowledge of grammatical forms processing, teaching for discussion. According to Sandra Sefinan, discourse competency also includes text coherence, cohesion، يعني علاقة بالcoherence and cohesion. Coherence means what? How to link sentences together to make a paragraph. So coherence is what? Is like what? How to use blocks to build a room, right? So we use what? So coherence is what? Building with what? With the blocks. And cohesion is the outcome of coherence. نتيجة الcoherence الcohesion هو الcoherence اللي هو the text looks like one unit. Okay. She defines coherence as the relation of sentences in a text or a topic, while coherence establishes a global meaning المعنى العام أو وحدة الموضوع، يكون الموضوع بشكل عام. Provides smaller structural links between individual sentences. Okay, the third component of communicative competence is socio-cultural competency. الكفاءة الحضارية، يعني to know what? To learn the culture of the foreign language context، يعني الكلتشر مال متكلمين اللغة الأجانب. So how people live, what are the traditional or traditions of that society, what are the norms and values of that society you are learning its language or their language. Okay. Which is the ability to use English in social context in culturally appropriate way، يعني استخدام اللغة بما يتناسب مع حضارة الآخرين، يعني ما نقتش الآخرين ولا نجرحهم. مثلا يعني for instance the sentence I listen to songs يعني is not accepted، يعني غير مقبولة في مجتمعنا باعتبار أنه songs in our society, in our Islamic society is not good, is not accepted, is not acceptable, right? So we use language in accordance with the social values and norm. Okay, culture and language teacher. Different culture and subculture interact is discussed. When do people complement each other? How often? What kind of things do they complement? What kind of verbal and non-verbal behaviors do they use? The same kinds of questions can be asked. And developing socio-cultural competence means being able to adapt، يعني تتكيف with the use of تغير يعني English to the ways people and culture interact. For example, if Egyptian were living in Toronto, then he or she would indeed adapt to the socio-cultural rules for use. يعني when you live in, for instance, America or يعني California, you adapt تتغير أو تتكيف the values and the culture of that area. Right. Okay, finally communicative competence includes strategic competency. هذا النوع الرابع. ability to cope with breakdowns. يعني بعض الأحيان يصير عندنا مشاكل أو معرقلات أثناء الكلام. هاي المعرقلات نحاول نتجاوزها. فإذا شنو الاستراتيجي competence؟ استخدام الاستراتيجيات حتى to overcome this problem. So we use strategies to overcome a problem or to solve problem in unfamiliar context when communication fails, and to do strategies that help restore communication. For example of strategies include knowing how to explain direction by draw map. So if we want to give instruction to someone and that person never knows and cannot understand you, you can draw a map to help him to know the instruction. Knowing how to ask someone to repeat what she said in different words. Paraphrase يعني نعيد صياغة الجملة to make someone understand. To check understand and so